Hello, this is Ichi Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest VII! Let's head on back to the Cathedral of Blight and finally get to the bottom of this place. Let's see, I think the closest zoom point would be by Ballymalloy. And then we'll just go right through the front door. If you haven't unlocked the front door yet, though, and you're playing along with me, you may want to look at the previous episode, because I already unlocked it, so we get a little shortcut. But otherwise, you gotta start at the top and work your way down. Fortunately, there is no highway to hell this time around. What do we got? Oh, yeah, it's gonna. I mean, we're heading into the depths of hell pretty much now. I think that was the idea. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's got a very good foundation. Oh well. Let's go down here first to an isolated area. And fight a new enemy! Beast Manger, however you pronounce it. Let's see, these guys are strong against Frizz, Sizz, Bang, Crack, and Whoosh. But fortunately, like most battles in this dungeon, there's only 2 enemies at a time. So Multi-Fist and Sword Dance are going to be our bread and butter here. Let's see, how about we just use a Weird Whacker? Oh, they're not in the same group. Okay. Then we'll use Magma Blast. Yeah, we can go with that. Even if she misses, we could probably kill them anyway. Let's see, these guys can cast Kaboom and Kazing. They can also use Inferno, Scorch, and Disruptive Wave to remove any buffs if you're using them, but they shouldn't live long enough for that to matter. And then over here, we got a monster in a chest. Pandora's box. Holy cow. This guy's got 900 HP, and I'm probably going to need everything to hit this guy. So no playing around with Pyre of Fire. Let's go with Kafrizzle. See, this guy's strong against Crack. They can cast Drain Magic and Thwack on your party. They can also use Sweet Breath to put you to sleep. But fortunately, we have barely enough damage to get the job done. Fortunately, they're not nearly as hard as they were in Dragon Quest III HD 2D. But that's another game. And here we got another new enemy, Toger! I like the pun. Okay, so with these guys, they got a little resistance to Crack and Whoosh. They got quite a bit of resistance to Zap, so I wouldn't use that on them. Or, what else do we got? Yeah, like Lightning Storm, they'd be strong against that. But, let's see. I think I'll go with a Weird Whacker here, just to get a little bit of chip damage. I was going to say guaranteed, but apparently not. We'll still have enough damage to get the job done. More than enough. Very nice. But yeah, those guys, let's see, they can cast Oomph or Zap, and that's about it. Nothing too extraordinary to worry about. Okay, then let's go to the upper right of this floor first. Where'd all the enemies go? Well, they just let Mini Medal number 104 slip away from them. That is, if my count is correct still. Yes, good. Okay, now let's go down to the end. And here we got another new enemy. Doom Assist! But let's see, this guy has quite a bit of resistance to Crack, though I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, let's play around with Pyre of Fire. Don't worry about your MP usage, though, viewers. If you're going straight to the end, then you'll get a healing point. but I like Pyrifier. Let's see. This is another new enemy. Carbuncle! Please don't cast Reflect on yourselves. No, that's another game of yours. These guys are pretty light on HP, actually. Oh, by the way, Nemesis can cast Magic Barrier, and that's about it. Carbuncles can cast Whack and use Tongue Bashing. Nothing I'm extraordinarily worried about there. They've only got like 280 HP. What do we got here? Well, this is a change from the PS1 version of the game. Got a lot of these teleporters here. Not as many stairs as Phantasy Star 2. No, we're not talking crazy. But yeah, there are a lot of these things around. So let's see what we can do here. No enemies here. But all these teleporters, they always go back and forth to the same place. So it's not like a randomized thing or anything. If you know how to get through here, it's pretty easy. As we pick up a life ring that lets you regenerate HP as you walk around. So I'll never use it over a meteorite bracer. Okay, and then this time we go to the left. There we go. So yeah, just 3 treasures in this little bit of a maze. In the PS1 version, the maze is a nightmare. I've tried to purge it from my memory as best I can. And yeah, just pick up a Yggdrasil leaf that I'll never use. Well, maybe not never, but unlikely. Okay, so just continue through here. Use one in the upper left, then the one in the upper right, and we should be good. There we go. Easy enough. Oh, well, that would be the boss, probably. How evil could it possibly be? Oh, Oh, well, yeah. Gee, you think? Okay, down here. Yeah, pretty much. You found it. Yeah, this part of the dungeon kind of reminds me of Extus Castle. Yeah, pretty much, Maribel. But alright, let's go to the left hut here first. Probably gonna need to kill some of these guys first. Okay, so there is a treasure around here. Snoop around. And there it is, where we can pick up mini medal number 105. So now we have enough to get another reward, but let's continue on through the dungeon anyway. Okay, this time we want to check out the right hut, if you can call this a hut. I like using safe passage here, even if I don't necessarily need it, so I can better maneuver around enemies. Yeah, just sneak right past them. To get down here and pick up a Shield of Shame. It's cursed, though, so it's totally not worth it. Unless you're playing Dragon Quest II HD 2D. In that game, the Shield of Shame, if I recall correctly, cut all physical damage to the wearer in half. It's really nice. But the curse effect distributes the rest of the damage to your other party members. But if you give it to the Prince of Caradoc, let's see. Yeah, once he's immune to curses, then it just cuts all physical damage in half, and that's it. So it's really, really good on him. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we got the shield. That's it here. Okay, and then... Oh, yeah, the Shield of Shame is, like, really good against, like, I think it was the King of Durkendor, if I recall correctly. for all that physical damage. Okay, so here we got a whole bunch of these eggs, and you can just walk up to them, press the A button, and get into a battle with a single enemy. And there is one more new enemy for me to find around here, so I'll probably find it in one of these eggs. You don't have to destroy all of them, but I'm going to anyway because it's really good for vocations. So I'll just, if I find the new enemy, great. If not, I'll just meet you back here when I'm done cracking all these eggs. And here we got the new enemy I was looking for, Metal Slime S. They're basically like the 1-to-8 slime ratio, or 1-to-8 ratio slime, or however it was there. They can summon more of themselves and eventually form a King Metal Slime. So I want to use Blade of Ultimate Power. I've already got the King Metal Slime entry for the bestiary, so we don't need to worry about that. So I just want to get one of these guys before they can all fuse together. And we should be able to do that. Maybe with a Demon Spear. Who knows? Or not. They didn't summon more of themselves. Okay, so much the better. Would have been nice if I could have gotten the experience. But yeah, nice thing about Blade of Ultimate Power, it bypasses all of their physical defense. It is really nice. Wow, that guy popped out of nowhere. Alright, I think I've cracked all the eggs. Let's make an omelet. And I also want to pick up another enclosure plan. I think that's the last one in the game, so we should be good to go. So yeah, you gotta crack at least a couple of these eggs if you want to get the treasure and to the next area here. This floor kind of reminds me of Magus's Keep. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably not important. I wonder why. Let's find out. You could just walk around along the edge of the floor and get around all these enemies. If you wanted, but I want to fight more enemies. Well, the music changed. I wonder how we can do that. I thought they were all spent. Now, remember how to get to this room, viewers, as I've done today? Because I'm going to be coming back here off-screen in the near future. Well, what do we do then? Let me take a look over here first. Whoa! I don't think I want to know what that thing is. Can I get a better look up here? Yeah, there we go. Some kind of a plant with 7 penises? I don't know. But in any case, okay, so what we need to do here is we need to call on the aid of any one spirit. And the way you do that is with the amulets they gave us. And we can only go through one of 4 paths here at a time. I would recommend starting with the water one because that has the best stuff. And we can go down a unique path here. But let's see. So if you want to get all the treasure, you're going to have to go through all 4 paths eventually. Not to mention there are some unique enemies in each of them. Although the water path doesn't have any new enemies if you got them all on the ocean in the overworld. But basically all the enemies here are going to be like ocean enemies and stuff. Mostly stuff that we've met, that I've already shown. But yeah, unfortunately, because of the way we get in here, we can't back up, get out, and go down another path. No, you gotta go all the way out of the dungeon and work your way back. But it's not that bad, actually. You can do that in a few minutes, really. Especially in this version of the game. But, okay, let's take a look around. You can pretty much win any battle here with multi-fists and sword dance. Okay, oh, looks like there's another fragment here, but we can't get to it from here. Ha ha. Okay, so we gotta find a way to get to those stairs. Let's go around here. Ah, there we go. Where'd all the enemies go? I forget if magma... What is it? Burst or blast? Whatever it is. Magma blast. I forget if that and Pyro Fire work here or not. I would guess not. I was mistaken. It can work here. Unlike the oceans on the overworld. Okay, let's go up here first, though. Before going down to the end. And for getting up here... Oh, we got another enemy. Barely... Yeah. Kind of want to wait for that. There we go. And we can pick up another mysterious fragment. We want to save that for the post-game. All these mysterious fragments. For now, let's continue down. I don't think it especially matters whether Magma Blast or Pyro Fire work here or not. I mean, they do work. But, like, the enemies, they don't have, like, a ridiculous amount of HP here. But as we all know in JRPGs, when you've got a waterfall, you've got treasure behind it. With the Okeana Sword, you can use it as an item in battle to cast Oomph. Except I think everyone in my party, including Aisha, has learned Oomph already, so we don't really need it. But let's see, with that one, I think, it's more powerful than the Metal King Sword. Let's see, how about... Yeah, let's give it to Sir Mervyn. He could use the help more. I mean, it's either Sir Mervyn or Ouster. But, okay, so we got all that. Let's get out of here. That's all the treasure we can get on this path. Let me see, I don't think they actually tell you without using Storyteller. Yeah, the Whitewater Cave for this section. Okay, so at this point, you're intended to go into there to the end of the dungeon and the game. But, well, let me show you how that works. Okay, so you go in here, you get your, full HP and MP heal going, and it'll take you to the final boss. But the problem is that once you do get here, you can't evac out of here. So if you want to go down all the 4 paths before fighting the final boss, you gotta get out before going through there. So let's do that. So, yeah, kind of unfortunate that you still gotta go through the whole, well, half the dungeon at least, before you can get everything out of the place, but, oh well. Let's see. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to do. Let's go to Monster Meadows. We got another one of those enclosure plans that we can drop off. And we also got a whole bunch of mini medals that I want to exchange as well. Hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, I've been doing that the whole game. I wonder how many I have. Not that I've been going out of my way to do it. It's a long and tedious process. But yeah, we got, I think, the last enclosure here. Okay, and then, let's see, let's go to King Maximo's mansion. I suppose I could use the Hermes hat, but, well, I forgot. But that's okay, we regenerate the HP, or MP, so quickly with the happy hats. But alright, so for making it here with 105 mini medals, we get the Gringham Whip. See, I'll give that over to Maribel, I think, at least for now. Oh yeah, that's a lot of attack power. But, yeah, it's even better than the Metal King Sword, I think. Oh, yeah, a lot better than that. Yeah, let's get that out of there. Okay, so I think that's everything I can do outside the dungeon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the room there before using or where we did use the amulet, or the water amulet. But this time, we're going to use a different element. So I'll just meet you back over there. Alright, we made it back. Yeah, that only took me a few minutes there. But, okay, so this time we want to use a different one. Let's go with the Earth Amulet. Let's see, the other three aren't really that extraordinary. But I'm trying to go through them in the order of what's either most useful or least annoying to get through. Except the last one I want to be fairly easy too, because that's going to be the final trip that I actually make. I like how they give all of them, all of the spirits a different way to get into their little leg of the dungeon. We also have the same party chat here, but there's nothing on the right half of this floor, but I'm going to go through and knock all these walls down anyway. And every time you do that, the enemies despawn for some reason. So, probably not going to have a whole lot of battles this time around. Oh, there is an enemy up there. Okay. There's no new enemies here, if you've already met up with everything up to this point. Okay, I think that's all of them. Well, you know what? Let's show this here. Show what the metal slimes are actually capable of. Because I know I'm not going to be able to kill them all. But I will see what I can do. Let's see. Okay, so... yeah, we want to use Hatchet Man or Blade of Ultimate Power if you've got it. Might as well get our Grinning Spear. Maybe I'll get a lucky instant death. So yeah, they'll summon more of themselves. Fuse together. Boom. We've got our King Metal Slime. And Hatchet Man or Blade of Ultimate Power would be guaranteed to kill them. Hooray! I suppose it's appropriate that they put them here. Okay, but now let's actually get to the end. Well, I mean, there is some treasure around here. Not on this floor, I don't think. Yeah, we gotta go upstairs. Yeah, whenever you interact with something, the game despawns the enemies. Oddly enough, none of the enemies here are very strong against strike abilities, like Boulder Toss. Fire Breath is also really good, like Scorch, Magma Blast, Pyrifire, things like that. Alright, and after that battle, we got a vocation level for Sir Mervyn to learn Omni Heal and Giga Slash. Those will be really good for us. Oh, also we got a vocation level for Gabo, so we're almost done there too. Yeah, everyone's getting pretty close to mastering their vocations just in time too. Yeah, you see how that guy up there despawned after I knocked down the wall? So, yeah. Oh well. But first, let's go over this way. And over here, we can pick up the Gaia armor with some decent resistances on it, though I like the dragon robes better. And we can also get another mini medal, number 106. There's 110 total in the game, but we're going to have to go to the post game to get the rest of those. No, you're not going to chase me? Okay, never mind then. But anyway, if you're going through this normally and you want to actually get to the end, just go over here, boom, you're good to go. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get out of here and work my way back to do another one of the 4 paths to the end. Alright, we're back, and let's see, with Maribel, we mastered the Druid vocation to learn that special summon, which I think is just a more powerful version of the regular summon there. I almost never use it other than for extremely long fights, which we will be having coming up eventually. But for now, we are back. Let's see, let's go with the Air Amulet, even though this dungeon is probably the... or not... well, yeah, it's probably the most difficult of them all. And the rewards are not that great, but there is treasure, so we might as well. I think we do have a new enemy in this one, though. A couple new enemies, actually. See if we can find them. One of them I could have found a bit earlier, but I didn't. So we can find it now. And yeah, we're back to this, and we need to fight random battles to get through. Okay, where is the treasure? Down there? And here we got the new or one of the new enemies that I was looking for that I could have found before. Major Headache. Okay, so these guys, they are resistant to strike abilities, and that's about it. Okay, so let's go with Thin Air. I might still go with Boulder Toss anyway, but hopefully... well, we got Sick'em. Yeah, let's use that instead. Why not? Sick'em, Gabo. One last time. These guys don't have a ton of HP. We could have encountered them on the upper floors of the Cathedral of Blight, or you could have encountered them around the Roamer camp on the overworld there, but they're kind of hard to find over there, so that's why I waited until this dungeon to encounter them. Okay, then we go over here to pick up the Era Shield. Let's see, how about... no, I don't want to use that. Not an extraordinarily good shield there. Let me see what the resistances are on that thing. Oh yeah, by the way, let's see, this area is called Whirlwind Way. But yeah, the Era Shield reduces crack and ice breath damage. Oh, and water damage by 30. Oh wow, very few pieces of equipment have that. Not that it's that useful, it's just really rare. But yeah, I won't be using that here. I like what I got with the Silver Shield. I think that's the only treasure that we actually get in Whirlwind Way. Oh yeah, the previous area was called the Chasm of Chaos. Whoops. Sorry I didn't show that, but whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's see. So now we need to go down here. So yeah, you could just leave right now after getting the one treasure, but I want to show you how you're supposed to get to the end of this place. And fight another new enemy, Div. I like that name. Okay, those guys are strong against crack, and that's about it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, since there's only two of them, multi-fist, sword dance, that's going to be our bread and butter here. Let's see, so... oh yeah, the major headaches earlier, they can use sword dance or inflict paralysis on you with their physical attacks. Div can cast bounce and insulate toll or use harvest moon on you, or on the party there. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to mastering Rishabarak for Gabo there. Hero's gonna take a while longer for Sir Mervyn to master. I think I have to go this way. Yeah, just go on the backside. Okay, and then to get over there, just go around like this. Boom! You can go to the final boss. But I'm not going to do that because we've got one more path to go through here. So I'm going to get out of here, rest up, and then we'll finally actually get through to the end of this place. Alright, we made it back. One more path to go, and I think Gabo's almost done with Rishavrak. I would like him to have it done before we get to the very end of this place. Okay, so what do we do about that plant in the corner of the room? Are we just not going to address that? Oh, there you go. Man, that's worse than a locked door. That thing would try to eat me. Well, I've had doors try to eat me before. Yeah, don't mind us being set on fire. We'll be fine. Got plenty of fire resistance. Let's see. The only treasure around here that we can get is the Pyro's Helm. See, that one's actually pretty good, although I'm not going to equip it right away. Let me see with that one. I think it has some status resistances. Let's see. Yeah, it has 12.5% resistance to death, fizzle, fuddle, and snooze. So, not so great in random battles. More useful later on. Okay, let's get to the end of this place then. Eventually. Kind of strange that they have freezing wingworms in this section. Even more strange, they're not immune to crack or ice breath. But we do have a new enemy! Bird of Paradise! Probably the toughest enemy in the whole dungeon, really, because they've got 870 HP. Holy cow! So, let's see. While they're strong against Frizz, Sizz, Bang, and they're immune to fire breath damage, but they have no resistance to zap. So I want to use Lightning Storm on these guys. Yeah, look at that damage. Very nice. But yeah, these guys can use Fuddle on you. They can also use Scorch or Hellfire for fire breath damage. Ah, man, we were just barely short of finishing that guy off, huh? But alright. Hey, alright, and for defeating them, we mastered the Rishavrak vocation to learn Inferno, which isn't really that good. But the reason why I wanted to master it is so that way now Gabo has 100% immunity to ice breath damage, which is something a lot of his optimal equipment lacks. I should have had Ouster use double up on that lone Bird of Paradise. Yeah, those guys, they don't add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. That's another game. But yeah, I don't really need to fight too many more of these guys, if I can get past them. Strange that Pyre of Fire can actually fail here. And Magma Blast, I would assume. Yeah, the Birds of Paradise are the only enemies that I have trouble guaranteeing the kill against. That time I got him. Okay, then... okay, I'm surprised I made it past them. I really don't need to use Pyre of Fire or Magma Blast to conserve MP, because we're right at the end of this place. Alright, we made it. Okay, so for the setup here, yeah, I think I'll save that for next time. But can we finally defeat Orgodamir, the Demon King, once and for all and save the world? Find out next time on the finale of Let's Play Dragon Quest VII. This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day.